Hey Sheila, welcome back. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I have a couple of new findings to share with you. Do you want to start off with your plex score or your bleeding score first?
My bleeding score.
Okay, let's start off with that. So you still made great improvement. You dropped from 45% to 36%. That's a 9% drop. That's pretty good, but it's not quite that 20%. I'm glad you're still working towards your goal. But how has the shrink floss been working for you? Is it a little hard for you?
Yeah, actually, I've been able to get my front teeth pretty well, but with my back teeth, it's a little harder for me to reach my hand back there, so I just kind of give up.
I understand. I recommend you using floss picks. I know you mentioned that before. Do you mind if we do a quick little demonstration?
Yeah, for sure.
Alright. So this is my tapping on. If you don't mind, if you'll hold it for me, and I'll show you. This is a floss pick. Any kind is okay. So I'll start off right here. More realistically, you'll be right here, and you kind of want to slide it in, and you want to go pretty down, same motions that you would as a floss, as this floss. The C shape, and kind of get below the gum and go up and down, and C shape on this side, go up and down. And you can do that on the back teeth, because I know the back teeth is pretty hard to get back there. But it's the same fundamentals as this one. We don't want to snap it in, and we don't want to just go seesaw like that. You can try it out.
Okay. So we do something a little bit like this. Going up and down, up and down.
Yes, Estella, that looks great. And about how often do you need a floss?
At least one time a day.
Yes. That's going to remove all the plaque from between your teeth. And by the way, your plaque score dropped a lot too. It's now to 1.3. That's in the good section. That's great. What can you tell me about plaque?
It's a soft, sticky deposit that's formed on our teeth by bacteria.
Yes, I'm glad you're right. Yes, and what happens if we don't remove the plaque?
It causes bleeding gums, and if left untreated, it'll lead to periodontal disease.
Yes, and what can you tell me about periodontal disease?
It's a gum disease a really severe one that can cause bone loss.
Yes, so periodontal disease is the gum infection, and as you mentioned, it causes bone loss and even severe tooth loss. So now that we mentioned all these old topics, I want to jump into something new. But before that, I want to mention something. Our dentist mentioned that you had 3 cavities on your initial visit. What have you heard about cavities?
Well, I'm not really sure what they are, but I know it can't be good because my dentist used to get on to me at every visit because I'd have a couple cavities every time I went.
Yeah, cavities are pretty bad. It's described as tooth decay. It's a breakdown of the tooth surface. If it's also like periodontal disease and left untreated, it can get to worse, like tooth decay and tooth loss. It causes a lot of pain. It only takes a couple things to get a cavity started. What do you believe are some things?
Definitely plaque. All that bacteria can't be good for you, and everyone knows the sweet stuff causes cavities.
Yes, when bacteria and sugar meet on the tooth surface, it forms an acid. This acid over time breaks down the tooth. What do you think are some ways we can prevent cavities?
Definitely good brushing and flossing, and I hate to say this, but not eating sweets.
Yes, we don't necessarily have to give up sweet stuff, but putting a limit will greatly reduce our chances of getting a cavity. Why do you think brushing and flossing will lower the chance of cavities?
Because it helps us get rid of plaque on our teeth.
Yes, when we're also brushing, we're exposing our teeth to fluoride. What have you heard about fluoride?
I'm not sure I've ever heard of that.
That's okay. Fluoride is a mineral found in toothpaste and even mouthwash. It makes our teeth stronger. Do you recall that acid we mentioned before? What do you remember about it?
It causes breakdown of our tooth surface, and it's formed when sugary sweet stuff starches mixed with plaque.
Yes, well that process over time can be stopped with fluoride. It stops the bacterial activity and also makes the surface more resistant to the acids formed. Now, how would you define a cavity?
It's tooth decay.
Yes, and how are they formed?
They're formed by an acid, and this acid's formed with sugary sweet stuff and starches mixed with plaque.
Yes. Those acids can be formed on any tooth and over time will erode the tooth. Don't forget that it takes time and a tooth to form a cavity.
Okay, I'll remember that.
Of course. I'm so glad that you've been remembering all this information and been completing all your short-term goals. Let's get some new ones, shall we?
Yeah.
Alright. So your first short goal is to start eliminating the cause of cavities, and you should also know the relationship of cavities and the diet. Okay?
Yeah, I got that.
Awesome. You will also need to make an appointment with a doctor to get your cavities restored.
Okay, yeah, for sure. I'll start looking for a dentist right now.
I'm glad. He'll make the best treatment option for you. He can offer fillings or a crown, whatever works out for you, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Awesome. I also recommend for you to start using a fluoride mouthwash. Try out the purple Listerine. It works pretty good for me.
Okay, I will.
Awesome. Do you believe these short goals are attainable by December the 8th of 2022?
Definitely.
Alright, so your long-term goal for this appointment is you should have those cavities restored by April the 30th of 2023. Do you believe you can do that?
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, that goal should be completed along with the other two goals, which is maintaining a plaque score under 0.5 and maintaining a 0% bleeding score. Do you believe those goals are attainable also by April the 30th?
Definitely.
Alright, Charlotte, I'm glad these goals are attainable for you. I'll see you in your next visits, okay?
Okay, bye.